enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Welcome to the Ice House, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. Fort Wayne High School hockey is live on Summit City Sports. Tonight we return to our Week 1 matchup, which if you were watching that on the Saturday night in October, you know that these teams are pretty evenly matched. We actually saw 2 overtime games that night, with the Carroll Chargers emerging victorious over the Leo Lions, who picked up their first win last Saturday. After that, of course, Homestead and the Fort Wayne Vipers also saw extra time. I think actually, yeah, I can't remember if that was a shootout victory or not, but no, it wasn't. Boffman was the overtime winner in the Homestead game. So we should have an exciting night of hockey. Carroll Chargers still undefeated. And the Leo Lions looking to dish them their first loss here tonight. As usual, I have Mason Vogelweed joining me on the broadcast tonight. Mason, you were absent for that first week of overtime extravaganza, so what are your thoughts heading into?
Obviously the last time these two teams played a couple of weeks ago, didn't go Leo's way. They kind of had a hard time getting themselves on the scoreboard until really, really late. I really like to see they have a very good defensive core, and I really like to see them show up and step up tonight against a really good Carroll Chargers team.
Yeah, it should be exciting. In that the first meeting between these two teams of the season, Leo was originally behind and came back late to get themselves back in the game, but then just fell a little bit short in overtime. It was Camden Blavel. I think he scored the only 2 goals for Carroll that night, if I'm not mistaken. So he's somebody to watch out for. Obviously, both teams with exceptional goaltenders, no matter who they choose to start. With Cameron Ganau, and looks like maybe they still have Nizer up over there for the Carroll Chargers. And, of course, Demarost for Leo is typically their go-to, but also they've been mixing it up a little bit this year and put out Aiden Stanley. I think it was Aiden Stanley, right? They have 3 goaltenders rostered, but I'm pretty sure we saw Stanley last week.
Yeah, Stanley went up against the Vipers, got the W. It's always good to get your first win out of the way. Allows you to start fresh on a streak. And, and coming to this game, Carroll going to be 3-0. They kind of have that target on their back, and teams are going to want to beat them. And I feel like this Leo Lions team could give the Chargers their first loss of the season.
Yeah, it's a tight division. I don't know who I would rather play against, Homestead or the Leo Lions. But Leo has some pretty good size. I'm looking through right now goal-scoring leaders. I forget they have Cole Mensa. He's been on fire this year. Obviously, Camden Blavel leading the pack for the Carroll Chargers in both goals and assists. But for the Leo Lions, Liam Farrell actually leads in assists. Overall points, it's going to be Cole Mensa for them, though, and Camden Blavel for the Chargers. In the penalty minute category, we can look out for Anthony Baldwin for the Carroll Chargers. He's racking them up this year. And Riley Murphy for the Leo Lions. Spending a lot of time in the sin bin. That could hurt their teams here tonight. We'll see if it doesn't become a factor at all. In game 1 of, what is this, week 4? Week 4 already, man. Time flies. Middle of November. And it feels like hockey season finally. We show up to the rink and it's already dark, so that's good for us.
Just walking out to my car and I saw the moon. I'm like, it's 6:30.
Yeah, that's going to take some getting used to.
I do like it, though. I do love fall time, winter time. gets you into that cozy season.
And it is nice. You can drive to work for another week or so, and it's bright out, but that'll fade fast. So just a few more seconds to tick off this clock, and we are ready for action here at the Ice House. I think that being said, we're just going to step aside for a few and bring it to you live right after this from the Fort Wayne Parkview Sport 1 Ice House. You're watching Wednesday Night High School Hockey, brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth. We in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce.
We are back and that much closer to opening face-off of Game 1, Week 4 between the Carroll Chargers and the Leo Lions. Teams gather around for one last pep talk from their coaching staffs, and then we're going to go to battle here. As anticipated, Carroll starting Cameron Ganal and Leo starting Ian Demarost. I believe that was the same story as Week 1.
You know, the difference between, the next week when Leo play Homestead, they didn't have Jackson Crawford because he got injured. And I think that was a really key part because he came back the next week against the Vipers and he got a goal.
Yeah, in the first victory, he was crucial in the game that first week as well. I think he had an assist on Mensa's goal in regulation, and definitely a contributor. Great guy to have on the bench and in the lineup. So now, Colton Calhoun loses that draw. And it's in the Leo Lions end, picked up by Patrick Lalonde, rimmed around, picked up now by Shearer. Shearer actually skated right past that one, so Mensa gets it to Colton Calhoun. Calhoun makes the offensive zone entry, plays that one off a skate, not sure it was intentional because it lost him the puck. Riley Murphy picks it up and regroups, gets to Mensa. Mensa plays it off his stick, but it's thrown right back to Murphy from the far blue. Now Riley Murphy breaking up a pass and getting into the attacking zone for the Lions. Lalonde also on the forecheck there. Excellent play by Carroll's defense. Again, tough to see the numbers from all the way down here on the backs of the Carroll Chargers. I always know Shearer, though, because of the blue skates. Battle going on. Carroll with an opportunity to regroup. Off the boards. This one's going to come all the way to Haynes, but gets past him, and Demarost comes out of the net, tries for a stretch pass, but this one's going to be an icing off the stick of goaltender Ian Demarost. So a face-off will come back to him. And we're going to see Blauvelt and Farrell. That's Camden Blauvelt. Lucas Blauvelt is behind him and to the left on the blue line. Off the draw, Lalonde tries to get that one to the slot, no doing. Crawford, takes a tough slide into the boards. That looked a little bit painful, but he bounces right up. And play resumes. Blauvelt trying to get to the slot, sticks all around him, unable to get to where he wanted to go, but does maintain possession. Comes out of the corner now, still with it. Gets a shot, gets to the front, and was bouncing around there. Pedersen and I believe Lalonde were there, but couldn't get good lumber on it. Lalonde, another opportunity right on the doorstep of Ian Demaros, but Demaros standing tall early in this one.
Yeah, and this little Lon Pedersen and Blauvelt line, they were really doing really good last week, and they really like to work it down low. One of their goals, they put the puck down in the corner, and I believe Blauvelt passed up to Lalonde for a little 1-tee up close. So we'll see if they continue on doing that.
Productive group, and they are going to stay out there, but DeWitt's able to clear for Leo. Now trying to do some work in the attacking zone. The Leo Lions get that one on net, but Cameron Ganau is there to cover it up for stoppage and play. And now that line we were boasting about is going to head to the bench and give somebody else a chance. So we'll see the Shurik line for the Carroll Chargers, taking the draw, glove side of Cameron Ganau. Possession off the draw goes to Baldwin. Baldwin cuts back in the corner, brings it back the other way. And Carroll struggling. Leo actually helped him out there and cleared that puck for them, so this won't be an ice. Picked up and rimmed around, and Biddle unable to play it on the half wall, so it gets kept in by Baldwin. Now Stryker picks it up. He'll come around the net again, and he'll rip this one all the way down. No touches on it from Baldwin, so that one's an ice. That was a little unfortunate to see. I was about to say Leo was getting something going in the attacking zone, and they cleared it themselves and then iced it in an effort to get a clear out of their own zone. And here comes back Camden Blauvelt. He's got a couple different wingers with him now, though. He'll win this one back. And Baldwin fakes the shot and gets down low. Still loose. Not sure Demaros knew where that one was. He thought he had it covered, but just sitting on the edge of his pad. Referee blows it dead anyways. So Calhoun and Blauvelt face off again. Blocker side of Demaros. And this one is picked up by the Chargers off the draw. Gibson battling for it along the half wall. Blauvelt now with it. Gibson comes away with it. Runs into the official. So that'll stop his momentum, and he kicks it out, and Riley Murphy picks it up, tries to clear the zone, and he eventually does. Not as clean as he would have liked. Calhoun helps him get it in the attacking zone. And it was kept in by Cole Mensah, and the shot winds up off the blocker, I think it was, and into the netting for a stoppage of play. Now Leo with an opportunity to establish some offensive zone time with possession off this draw. We'll see. Colton Calhoun steps in for them. Calhoun will win it into the slot. Now sticks it away into the corner. Just kind of bouncing around now. And I think that's Camden Blauvelt just went down. And he's not getting up, so that could be problematic for the Carroll Chargers. No penalty on the play. Certainly shaken up.
Yeah, he just took an awkward hit into the boards. I wonder if the refs are talking about if they saw anything to see, because they can't, if they'll call a penalty or not.
Right. I mean, I don't think after the facts they're going to, but if anything, maybe boarding or a head contact could be in the discussion.
Could be cross-checked in the back right there.
Looks like play is going to resume. Nobody cutting ruts to the penalty box just yet, so we'll stay 5-on-5. Off the draw. It's going to be bouncing around. No clean possession just yet. Tie up along the half wall. Looked like Biddle was trying to get something going. Finally, it's cleared. Riley Murphy picks it up in his defensive end, and he'll look to regroup. His pass makes it to White. White has to come all the way back down to the hash marks of his own zone before he can get that one up to Cole Mensah. who now makes the attacking zone face-off, gets bumped off of it, but he's got Riley Murphy there to help. This one now cleared again to neutral ice. Haynes picks it up inside of his own blue line. He's got a little bit of pressure on him, but makes an evasive maneuver successfully. But his pass to Mensah doesn't connect, so it's thrown right back in. Stopped now by Demaros. Pressure behind the net meets Haynes. Offsides is the call. Not sure Ryder Potts was aware. He was too focused on his forecheck, didn't realize the ref was yelling offsides. So that one's going to go all the way down. Off the face-off, we're tied up. Finally gets free, and Leo grabs a hold of it in the attacking zone. They'll try to get something going here offensively. Opportunity from the point goes off the shins. Now an opportunity for Carroll. The shot off the stick of Ryder Potts goes wide and rims all the way up to Baldwin, who keeps it in. Now Shearer trying to make something happen. He gets stripped, and then the referee takes another puck. That time it was Haley trying to rim it around the back of his own net. He's tied up in the corner now. Puck still not going anywhere. Patterson has a good hold of him. And it's going to be Carroll comes away with this one, goes back up top to Baldwin. Baldwin moves it across to defensive partner who gets a shot on net. And finally cleared by Leo. Crawford needs a change, so he'll take that now. Trying to get around Haynes was Platt. He got knocked down in the opposite corner, though. And Haley's going to pick this one up and clear the zone for Leo. He's another one that needs a change, so he'll take that now while the puck's in the Lions attacking zone. It wasn't there for long, though. Coming the other way, Patrick Lalonde gets a shot from a long way out into the chest of Demaros. He'll cover that one up and let the Lions finish their change.
Leo's defense is doing a really great job right now, making Carroll take shots from outside the circles, giving Demaros a pretty easy chance to make a save.
Yeah, usually if Demaros can see it, he can stop it. So DeWitt takes a hit on the half wall. Puck stays in the attacking zone for the Chargers. Lalonde picks it up in the corner. He'll try to get it up top, but he's unable to do that. Fiedler rims it around in the defensive end for the Lions. He moves this one up to DeWitt now. DeWitt's stick gets it to neutral ice, but it's thrown right back in where Demaros stops it behind his own net. Picked up now by Till. Trying to get that one up to the winger, but it hops over his stick. Just a strange bounce that was, so. Some collision there. Lalonde and Till, not sure who got the better of that one. Both went down. And offsides is going to break up that Leo Lions forecheck. They go offsides more than I like to see. Breaks up a lot of their rushing opportunities. And in a close game, you're going to be looking back at things like that. Like, it could have been this, it could have been that. You just don't want to have that feeling. Off the draw, it's one back by the Leo Lions, and Fisher throws it across to Murphy. Murphy gets into the slot and shoots into the glove of Cameron Ganau. Nice play there by the Lions to get Murphy into a prime shooting opportunity. See if they can't keep things going here off this offensive zone faceoff. One back by Calhoun. Murphy has it again. He elects for the slap shot this time. In and out of the chest of Ganau. Was bouncing around there for a second before it got cleared, and Mensah's the first one to it. Now Carroll will get this one out of their zone. Coming through the neutral zone now. It's dumped in. And Demaros plays it out to White. White's centering pass goes to the wrong squad. He's got it again in the corner. He takes a hit, knocked down. But Murphy's able to clear to neutral ice. Fisher trying to throw that one in Mensa can't get enough lumber on that one to get it deep into the attacking zone. Originally, now a high stick is the delayed call. It's going to be washed as the Chargers touch the puck first and waste no time getting out of their defensive end. Haynes picks it up, takes it behind his net, rims it around from Mensa. Mensa gets that one to Farrell as he loses his balance. Farrell can't gain the offensive blue line, and it's coming the other way. Oh, a big hit lined up by Haynes there. It was Vong Pachow. Took a big hit there at open ice. Bounced right back up. We'll see if that doesn't shape this game at all. Some physicality, at least one way. Good keep there by Gibson. Keep this offense alive. Now it's turned over. Crawford gets it over to Haley and expects it right back, but he's all tied up and can't receive that pass. Well, 1 foot on the wrong side of the red line there. Probably could have taken another step, and that wouldn't be nice, but this is a game of mistakes and opportunities. So we'll see what Leo does with the opportunity they've been given here. Davis steps into the draw for the Lions. Unable to win it, though. Puck just bouncing around there. Fiedler ends up picking it up. He throws it down low. And around another opportunity. So the Lions getting a little bit of offensive zone pressure down low. They might have just given it up. And this is going to go for an ice, so they'll get another opportunity on the offensive zone face-off. A little bit of momentum in the favor of the Lions now. Face-off, stick side of Cameron Grinnell. Puck's dropped, one back, and the shot gets broken up by bodies out front. Shearer trying to get that one through neutral ice. Does get into the attacking zone, loses possession. But he's on the forecheck now, puts a hit on Stryker. Stryker gets it around to Till. Till threw that one up to DeWitt. DeWitt's going to have to retreat a little bit before he's able to backhand it across, but it's kept in by Lucas Blauvelt. Good stick there to keep that one in possession of Carroll Chargers. And now it does clear the zone. Oh, but what a hit there. I believe that was Pedersen. Just caught up on the back check and threw the body. And Fiedler knocks down Shurik. Some physicality going on now late in this first period of action. Love to see it. Opportunity for Biddle. He enters the attacking zone, but he's sticked away by Baldwin, and now it's going the other way on the stick of Blauvelt. He loses it himself as he comes over the blue line and then takes not one but two spills in the offensive zone. Might still be a little shaken up from that play earlier on. Biddle's shot, not a whole lot on it, just bounces all the way to Ganau, and he gloves it for a stoppage of play. We're within the 5-minute mark now of the first period of action. Scoreless, of course.
Yeah, but the physicality is starting to heat up here. We've seen a couple big hits from both teams. Fiedler and Haynes got a couple of hits there in the defensive zone, but Carroll's coming back with it. They also have a pretty physical team as well.
Yeah, they're throwing the body around tonight. And a goal! Wow! Was that Riley Murphy himself? Off the crossbar.
We've seen Riley Murphy score from this position before. He has a really great, accurate shot from the far outside.
Oh, and he got that off so quick, too.
And the screens in front, I don't think Ganau even really saw that one.
We're back to center ice for a face-off. The Leo Lions take the lead in the final third of the first period of action. Kind of a weird way to say it, but that's what happened. Demerose sticks that one behind his net. Riley Murphy picks it up, rimmed it around, trying to get it to Mensah. Unable to do that. Now Overbay with an opportunity. His shot goes high and wide, rims all the way around, but it's kept in by Lucas Blavel. Keeping this thing going, getting it back up top. Opportunity now for the Chargers out front. That puck was just bouncing around. Could have been anybody's, but Demerose claimed it for his own. We'll get a stoppage of play. Both teams will change some personnel here. Face off, one back to Haynes. Haynes goes off the glass trying to clear. Kept in though by Gibson, only momentarily. Now an opportunity for what I believe is DeWitt. They'll move that across, but it gets sticked away by Cameron Ganau. Good on him. And now it's out front. Ganau has no idea. Cleared out of harm's way for the time being. Haynes throws it back in. Baldwin with it behind his own net. He'll rim it around. Haynes moves this one up to neutral ice to DeWitt. DeWitt circles back. Gets it over to Reith. Reith weighing his options up ice. Finds Haynes, and Haynes has some time and space, so he'll skate this one into the offensive zone himself. His shot, though, hits off a shin pad and goes into the corner. Crawford tries picking it up, but he goes down. Now a battle at the half wall. Coming away with it. The Carroll Chargers have possession. Fanned on that one. I believe it was Gibson. Tough to tell with these numbers. I know we got a dog pile in the corner. Gets freed, comes up the half wall, and it's picked up. Moved, trying to get that one on stick to Blavid in the center, but it didn't connect. Yeah, a lot of players falling down now. Chargers with it in the attacking zone. It's Ryder Potts trying to center that one, but it goes off a skate, so DeWitt picks it up. Now Pedersen enters the attacking zone and makes a great breakup of a pass. His shot was blocked by Ian Demerose, but Demerose accidentally knocked the net off in the process, which is the reason for the whistle.
Yeah, turnover there in the defensive zone there for Leo. Pedersen with a pretty high A chance. But Demerose flashes the glove, keeping it 1-0.
Pedersen now on the face-off against Davis. He'll win this one back. Pedersen will. Carteau's shot gets blocked in traffic. But Shearer's there. He takes a hit. Does that knock him off the puck? He's still with it. He's got it tied up. Kept in at the blue line by Carteau. Battle in the corner. Potts going to come away with it and chip this one up to neutral ice, where Carteau is going to be the first one to it. But he does have Davis giving him some pressure, so he'll move this one. Try to get it to Shearer off the boards, but not the angle he thought it was. Now Pedersen forging another opportunity for himself. His shot goes wide. Shearer keeps it in. Striker gets it out. Platt throws this one deep in the Leo Lions end. DeWitt stops it behind the net, and Striker picks it up to start this breakout. Not sure what he was trying to do there, but he fanned on the puck, so just kind of trickled out to neutral ice. Stopped now by Cameron Ganau. He'll leave it for Carteau. Carteau gets tied up in the corner. And we're going to see our first penalty of the night. This one going to go against Cole Mensah by the looks of it. A hook. Maybe a trip. Not sure what the referee's going to decide, but he took him down. We'll call it a trip. Okay. So we'll get a look at the Chargers power play here. With a minute 24 to go in the first period of action. So if Carroll can't capitalize on this one, we'll see a little bit of this run over into the next period. Pedersen and Calhoun at the draw. Pedersen wins it back, and they'll try to set something up on the power play. Baldwin finds Lalonde. Back up to Gibson. Gibson gets it stripped. Now Murphy is on the hunt for this one. He's going to get a shorthanded opportunity here. If he's lucky, he does, but it goes way over the net. Takes a strange bounce off that Zamboni door. And the Chargers will have to start this power play breakout from their own end. They're not going to waste any time setting it up either. They're just going to go. Gibson makes the zone entry, but they're offsides by quite a bit. Lalonde was way in there, as Gibson was still cutting across the line. They'll have a face-off now, right next to the Lions bench. Minute 30 left on this man advantage, first one we've seen tonight. One back, and Baldwin makes the zone entry. He drops that one off and takes a pretty nasty-looking hit from my angle, but he's all right. Pedersen picks it up at the half wall. Surveying the attacking zone. Up top now to Baldwin. Baldwin throws it right back down to Lalonde. Lalonde in some trouble now in the corner. He needs a teammate to help. Maybe he doesn't. He gets it up top to Gibson. Back to Lalonde. Lalonde working it down low. Finds Blauvelt. Blauvelt across to Gibson, but Gibson couldn't hold on to it. Now Baldwin with the shot off the chest of Demerostin into the corner. Haynes hits Lalonde off the puck, but Pedersen's there to pick it up for the Chargers. Pedersen still with it. He's looking up to the point. That one just barely kept in by Michael Baldwin. And that'll do it for the first period of action. We're going to see 35 seconds of man advantage run into the second due to the Cole Mensa penalty. Anything you want to talk about while we've got a minute, Mason?
Both teams are doing a really great job right now. What I like to see out of Leo is they need to have a better breakout. That's kind of what's hurting them right now. They're not really getting the puck out of their zone. That's why they're not really getting in the offensive zone as much. They're passing in the defensive zone. They it's either too soft or it's too hard and it just goes right off the stick or it just becomes a bouncing puck. And Carroll is taking advantage of it, but they're not really attacking the center of the ice as much. They're really taking a bunch of shots either really up top or really outside, making it really easy for Demeros to make these saves. Pedersen at the tail end of that period has had a couple of chances. But other than that, they're just really making it easy for Demeros.
Yeah, Pedersen really forging his own opportunities, but we're not seeing that connection that we saw last week for that top line of the Carroll Chargers. And you criticize shots from a long way out, but the only one of the period was taken from a long way out. Absolute snipe by Riley Murphy. Give him some credit. But yeah, Carroll now on the man advantage.
And Carroll does have a really great power play. They're averaging almost one power play goal a game. So it's really, that power play is really much of a game changer. If you take a penalty against Carroll, you are going to pay for it just because of how talented their power play lines are, making the PK units move around and leaving players open when they should it and stuff like that.
Right. Even if you do kill it off, it takes a lot out of you playing against a solid, fast power play like the one the Carroll Chargers have out there right now for another 35 seconds. And they'll win this off the draw. Blauvelt's got it. He'll look across to Michael Baldwin, who goes right back to Camden Blauvelt, who picks that one up beautifully on the blue line, stops at the half wall and rims it around. Now they are set up on the power play in the attacking zone. And the shot, Blauvelt, that gets blocked. And not quite cleared. A good keep by Michael Baldwin. Now a clearing attempt hits off an own player there for the Lions. It finally gets all the way down. And Davis and Fiedler both going hard on the forecheck as we are back at even strength here. Solid kill for the Lions. Fiedler now trying to make something happen in the attacking zone. Shot goes wide and into the corner. Lalonde picks it up at the half wall and he's able to clear. But Riley Murphy picks it up. He's got it just inside of his own blue line now. Looks across, gets it to Stryker, I believe. And now he's got it back. Looking awfully patient, Riley Murphy is. Spins off pressure. And now he's off to the races. Got a few guys to beat, but he's beating them one by one. Look at that toe drag. That finally gets it away from him. And he'll knock down Lalonde. No penalty on that play. Calhoun steps off the bench, picks this one up, and turns it over. Opportunity for Blauvelt. He shoots that one off the pad. It was a good rebound, but it was picked up no problem by Riley Murphy. Now Cole Mensah. He'll be dangerous with the puck on his stick. Calhoun picks it up. Chipped out by Gibson. Thrown right back in. Gunau rims it around in his own zone, but Mensah picks it up at the half wall to keep things going for the Leo Lions in the attacking zone. Mensah still battling for it. A shot off the stick of White winds up in the corner. Colton Calhoun cycles back down to White. White's got Anthony Baldwin giving him some trouble, so he winds up clearing the puck. And a good back check there by Asher Till to limit that opportunity. It was going to be for Colton Franks. Anthony Baldwin picks it up behind his own net, tries to rifle this one, but it goes off of Shurik and kind of disrupts the breakout, so it doesn't wind up going through the neutral zone. They'll regroup now. Baldwin with it on his stick again. Moves that one up to McDonald. McDonald shovels it through the neutral zone, doesn't get far enough to get in the zone. Haynes picks it up. Gets it to Crawford, who makes the zone entry, but loses it at the blue line. Now everybody's tied up there. Oh, and Crawford takes a big hit by Baldwin. Farrell with it in the attacking zone down low. He'll work this one up top where Reith throws it right back to him. Farrell making his move through the middle. He gets tied up and loses it, so regrouping is Reith. And we'll get we get a penalty arm up on that contact. And it's going to be on Farrell. He thinks it should have been the other way around. I don't think he's going to win this argument with the official, though. Might have just taken two. Oh, it looks like Baldwin's going to go as well. Farrell's got to be careful, though. He might get himself the unsportsmanlike conduct if he keeps jawing at the ref after they're trying to send him to the penalty box. So play remains 5-on-5. Baldwin and Farrell taking a 2-minute break from this one. Ramsey moves it up to Potts. Ryder Potts enters the attacking zone for the Carroll Chargers. Tries to center this one, but it's broken up and almost cleared. Now it'll be cleared. Throwing it right back in by Pedersen. And Riley Murphy looks for the regroup. Moves that one up. Fiedler with a big collision there in the corner. This one winds up outside the Leo Lions' end. Fiedler and Ryder Potts came together down there, and now we've got Davis and Ramsey coming together in this zone. A couple of collisions, didn't really look like anybody won. Everybody leaves with a rattled vertebra. Shearer up top to Ramsey. Ramsey's shot gets off the skates of Riley Murphy, and it's cleared for an ice.
Yeah, both players are both going to the box. They both got roughs on that one. So
matching roughs. Yeah, I'm not sure what Farrell's argument there was, but if you're going to take one in that situation, you usually take them both.
Probably thought that Baldwin hit him first, so he probably was trying to look for an interference, something like that, but they both kind of collided with each other, so it's kind of hard to call on that one.
Now White Throws that one around the attacking zone for the Leo Lions. Some shoving there. Colton Calhoun went down in the corner, but Riley Murphy, the 1-goal scorer, with a shot off the pads of Cameron Ganal. Mensa with it in the corner now. He'll step out and get it back up top to Fisher. Fisher gets that play broken up by Pedersen. This one's not going to go for an ice, so Demarost will play it. Tries to get it to Riley Murphy, and he does. Murphy chips it up, but not out of the zone. Blauvelt was right there to keep it in. Now it'll get cleared off the stick of Mensa. Not as clean of a connection as he would have liked, but he does get it to Haley, who loses it at the half wall. Blauvelt picks it up and finds a Pedersen. A little bit of back and forth, not a whole lot of opportunities we've seen in the past minute or so. Looks like a regroup drill out there right now. D to D, find a guy, give it back to the D. And Lalonde forges an opportunity now for the Chargers. Gets it to Blauvelt, who has a little bit of a tough angle for that shot, so it gets patted away into the corner. Now he's got to give up the zone. But he'll do it gladly to maintain possession, but that might have proven to be a mistake. Haley with an opportunity goes for the no-look backhand pass across the slot. Doesn't quite line up. Baldwin gets it up top, but it's kept in. Now Platt with an opportunity. He's got Roth right there. Roth gives him a hit and takes him down, but Platt gets right up and stays with it. Blauvelt's opportunity to clear winds up on the stick of Ty Biddle. Biddle moves that one to the slot, and a big shot there by Fiedler goes off Cameron Ganal. And now Platt able to get this one out of the defensive zone for the Chargers. He'll kill some time while his line mates change. Takes another hit there. That was Dane Roth throwing body on him. Not sure who got the better of it, though. It was kind of just a big collision. We've seen quite a few. Biddle now gets that one broken up by Franks, and Platt with clearing attempt does get it out, but nobody has possession of it as of right now. Tied up by the red line. Baldwin finds it was Overbay. Offsides is the call. See who comes out to get that abandoned stick on the ice right at the PSM logo. Referee's going to pick it up and find its rightful owner. Looks like the Carroll Chargers want claim to it, and claim they shall have. Pedersen and Calhoun at the face-off dot. Taylor Pedersen, that was. Chipped in Demarost. I don't know what he was trying to do with his glove there, but that could have been a little bit awkward if he knocked it down or anything. Didn't really need to play it at all, if you ask me. Chipped up. That one's going to hit off the rafters here at the Ice House, off the stick of Till.
Yeah, like you said, this game is really just kind of a regrouping drill. You know, not both teams aren't really even.
It's all at neutral ice, you know.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know if they're scared to get in the offensive zone. It's like, well, it's like they're like lava on there. Like they can always say in the neutral zone, but it's like they're just very passive right now. And you know, it's like even with this Carroll Chargers team, you see them be pretty aggressive a lot of times, but right now they're just, I don't know, they look like they're just playing really passive and, you know, just taking these weird shots. They've had some good opportunities, but they've been like weird angle shots, or it's like they couldn't get enough on it. But let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, like you say, neither team really getting into a great flow offensively. Looks like they're just feeling each other out. Now an opportunity gets sticked away. There you go, from Blauvelt up top. Bouncing around down there. Now we'll see some extracurriculars out in front of the net. A couple bodies get thrown around. A few players lock up. I think it was that Pedersen and Pedersen and Caden White both had a hold of each other there. So the referees will try to sort this one out. Maybe nobody has to sit down. And we're going to see White and Pedersen. Yeah, they both had a hold of each other right in front of the referee. Clear as day. No coverage for them.
Even some hands might have been thrown
Right.
there.
Yeah, they were on that near post, really getting after each other.
Yeah.
So things will stay 5-on-5 in the Leo Lions defensive end, and they'll win that one back off the face-off, rimmed around by Riley Murphy, picked up by Crawford, but broken up by Ramsey. Lalonde chips this one to the attacking zone. Pedersen and Murphy meet behind the net. Wraparound opportunity for Lalonde. Even got a second whack at it. I think maybe we don't have our regular guy on the PA tonight. I heard that voice come over. I said, "Who is that?"
I don't think he is here.
He had a busy weekend. This was a showcase weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was here all day. I got lucky. I only had to do the Indiana Tech games, but
Yep.
I know you had a couple 5-game days probably.
Yeah, we had 32 games in total over 4 days. It's very, I didn't want to watch another wink of hockey for like a week.
Certainly not that 25-minute half format hockey, at least.
It felt like forever sometimes.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
bet.
I would get down the 5-minute mark, like, oh, if this was a regular game, we would be over by now.
Right.
We're like, no, we have 5 more minutes left.
Another puck drop. Stick side of Ian Demarost. It's up top to Baldwin. Baldwin throws it down low. It rims around, and it is picked up. Well, a couple of players meet and get tied up in the corner. Now Leo gets the clear. Another big hit on this ice. That time Camden Blauvelt was the deliverer of it. Opportunity comes from it, though, for the Leo Lions. That Blauvelt line was buzzing through the neutral zone, but just lost all momentum as they found the blue line. And this time not due to offsides. And Baldwin tries to throw a big hit on Davis, but gets ragdolled himself. This one cleared. That one hit off the referee with the Clark plate on. Might have even got him in the face. Shot off the pads of Demarost, and it's going to be chaos in front of him again. Puck still loose, but Demarost finds it and dives out and covers it up. We're probably going to see a couple more players heading to the penalty box. That time, pretty sure Anthony Baldwin is going to be one of them. No, he makes his way to the bench. Referee elects not to make any penalty calls on that skirmish. So play will go on. 5-on-5, just as we'd hoped. Under 5 minutes to go before the ice cut here. Bouncing around again in front of the Leo Lions net. They're not really protecting the house 100%, but they are making it hard to make anything happen in their house. So now Colton Calhoun with an opportunity. It's loose, it's loose, it's loose. And finally found by Cameron Ganal. Biddle saw it just sitting there. Referee knew where it was, so there was no early whistle on that one. It was loose as a goose, and Cameron Ganal had no idea for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, just look back at that shot there by Calhoun. Kind of snuck through Ganal. Just sitting in the blue paint. And
Carteau off the draw, takes a hit by Biddle. That'll break things up. Carroll able to recover, and now we'll get a penalty. This one is going to be against Fisher, I believe. That looked like a knee-to-knee. Call it a trip. That means we'll see the Chargers power play once again here.
Yeah, I tried to just go for the hit, but I overskated it. Caught the knee there.
Yeah, I don't think any players really intentionally throw the knee-to-knee, but when it does happen, you do have to be reprimanded.
Yep.
One cleared off the draw. Genau ribs it around, but Fiedler picks it up in the attacking zone for the Leo Lions, and he'll effectively kill some time, bringing it all the way out to the neutral zone before dumping it back down low. Baldwin gets knocked down behind his net, but now that's going to be a penalty against Davis, so they're going to be a 5-on-3 situation now in favor of the Carroll Chargers. Genau is going to try to make it to his penalty box before a touch happens, and oh, it's not even going to matter. Camden Blauvelt with an absolute snipe. Beats Demarost on the stick side high, and we got ourselves a tie game. As we had a delayed penalty coming up, the Chargers are still on the power play.
Yeah, Blauvelt is going into the offensive zone, takes a shot from about the high slot and gets past the blocker of Demarost, tying this game up. And I don't know if they're going to cancel the current penalty or if they're going to cancel the delayed.
Yeah, they're letting Fisher out, so they're going to put a 2 fresh minutes on there.
I don't know if they're, yeah.
I think they'll cancel.
I think they'll cancel the first one.
Yeah.
The second one goes in.
So they will get a full 2 minutes man advantage for the Carroll Chargers. And we've seen a lot this year. Leo loves to forecheck super hard on their penalty kill. That time it really didn't pay off for them.
Here's that penalty.
Yep, trying to get too aggressive on the penalty kill forecheck. It was either get trapped or take a penalty, and chose the latter. Now we got a center ice face-off. Still 5-on-4.
Yeah, so it looks like they canceled the delayed one and the original penalty.
Right, Fisher's penalty remains.
Maybe.
Not sure if that was the right call or not, but that's what we're doing.
One penalty's getting washed, the other one's going on the board, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it should be a 2-minute penalty that stays on the board. They have that up there now. And the minute 27 that was remaining gets washed. Yeah. We'll see. They have them both up there, I'm sure. Like we say, we don't have a regular guy down there. Sure, whoever that is just doing their best.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to cancel the penalties on there. A lot of times if that happens, they'll just let the original one just run out.
It's going to take longer to figure out how to cancel it.
Yeah.
And off the draw, Leo's able to almost get this all the way down. Weird bounce, but it might work out in their favor as Ty Biddle picks it up, goes for a shot, but it's off the shins of Camden Blauvelt. Just scored 1 moment ago on the man advantage, and he's got it on a stick again. Looks across. Beautiful connection there to Pedersen. Pedersen with a slick move through traffic in the offensive zone. His shot somehow stopped with the reach around there by Demarost.
Yeah, it's just stuck. No snow in the crease there.
Right, yeah, late in the second period. And the clear is good. Blavelt's going to try to pick it up. Farrell was right there, so he just chipped it, and now an opportunity for Colton Calhoun. He gets to the slot, but there's too many Chargers there to get a good shot off. Farrell manages to get this one to Reith, but Reith's dump attempt goes off Lalonde, and Lalonde's headed the other way. He's got Pedersen with him. Lalonde's shot goes off the boards. Now Carroll looking to slow things down and set up some action on the man advantage. They've been playing on the rush for basically this whole power play. Covered up by Demeros. They'll get an in-zone face-off. I believe 1 minute to go on the man advantage. We also have one up there with just 27 seconds, and that one is raced. They figured it out. Things are looking good here at the Ice House. Rimmed around and chipped out. Brought back in, trying to get that one to Potts, unable to do so, and now no penalty arm goes up as Liam Farrell falls to the ice. Fans here, well, he fell again. Nobody was even near him that time, but fans here at the Ice House did want a trip on the first one. Restart in their defensive end. Overbay has it for the Chargers. They'll take it up to neutral ice himself. He just dumps this one in. Trying to pick it up in the attacking zone now. We have Colton Franks tied up down there. He was the first Charger to it, and now we've got 3 in there. Up top to Baldwin. Baldwin across to Shearer. Shearer's shot gets broken up and cleared. That'll do it for the man advantage. Genau off the boards, finds Overbay. Overbay goes across, gets it to Blaveldt. Now Potts throws it back down low to where Blaveldt is. Took a weird bounce off the Zamboni door, but Blaveldt got a stick on it. Tried to center, but it didn't connect, so it's all the way back down with Baldwin in the defensive end. He quickly moves that one up. And Reith has it now. For the Leo Lions, that one's a turnover. Shot off the glass and high. DeWitt. No, it's Haley. I was taking a guess, and I was wrong. Haley knocked down at the half wall. Anthony Baldwin clears this one to neutral ice where Riley Murphy gathers it up. Chips it off the glass, gets it to Fiedler, just barely staying on sides there. Turning off that one was Ramsey. Almost lost it, but luckily Pedersen was there to help. Pedersen gets it sticked away. Murphy centers, and the shot off the blocker of Cameron Genau. That was an opportunity and a half for Colton Calhoun in the slot. Now Lalonde with it going the other way. He drops it off at neutral ice. And Baldwin rainbows that one into the attacking end. Back up top to Pedersen. Pedersen gathers it and throws it back down low. But it's turned over. Colton Calhoun's clear attempt is going to be stopped at the blue line by Anthony Baldwin, and a shot to end the period. And some extra words of encouragement as these two teams get ready to head to the locker room tied at 1. We knew it was going to be an interesting matchup, a 1-1 after 2 periods of action. What do you got for us, Mace?
No, that was a lot better period there for Carroll. They became more aggressive, as you know, we talked in the intermission, and they got one on the board. You know, it was a lot better shooting opportunity. They used the defense, kind of a screen there, got past the blocker, and you know, Leo, you got to stay out of the box. You know, this game wouldn't be 1-1 if you were out, if you weren't in the box. So. Try to have a lot more clean third period here.
All right. So we will step aside just for a minute, and we'll bring you some first and second period highlights and stats. You're watching Fort Wayne High School hockey live from the Parkview Sport One Ice House and brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
All right, welcome back to the Ice House. After 2 periods of action, we are tied at 1 between the Carroll Chargers and the Leo Lions. We could take a look at those goals. First one obviously coming from Leo. That was off the stick of Riley Murphy from the blue line. Absolute snipe to get the scoring started. And here's another look.
Yeah, a couple of screens out front there of Ganau, and I don't think he really even saw that shot go by him. And, that was just a great shot. Riley Murphy scored from there before, so.
Yeah, he's got a real quick release and a hard shot, too. Dangerous combination.
And here's Carroll's goal.
Yeah, this one came on the power play with a delayed penalty as well, so a couple extra skaters made it onto the ice. I'm not actually sure if Ganau, he probably just barely made it to the bench.
Yeah, and
he had the long change there.
Yeah.
There's Camden Blauvelt, also with somewhat of a snipe.
Went top shelf there on the blocker side of
Demaros.
There, and
so it all comes down to this. Week 1 all over again. Could it be?
yeah, we'll see. Carroll's kind of upped up their pressure here, with their offensive pressure, and let's see if they can continue that. And as we said before, the Zamboni came on. Leo's got to stay out of the box here.
Weird. Why are those ones moving around like that in our graphic? We've never done that before.
It's like they're dancing right now.
Yeah, we do have the YMCA playing here at the Ice House. Normally hear that for Spacemen. I don't know about if they played in the high school. I don't notice as much. But yeah, we've got a few minutes before the second period of action starts, so I suppose we'll step aside one more time. You're watching Fort Wayne High School hockey live from the Parkview Sport One Ice House and brought to you by Summit City Sports. We'll be back with third period action.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
And we're back at the Ice House. We've still got some time, so I will take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors. They help us get through this. You know how that goes. If you'll just give me a second, I think Mason went to get a cheeseburger or something, so I'm on my own here doing these readers. Big Eyed Fish has the best fish in the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repairs. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. And finally, today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So with that, teams have made their way back onto the ice. We've got 15 minutes on the clock for the third period of action. For some reason, my scoreboard doesn't want to show. There we go. What? There we go. 1-1. Give Leo some credit. Riley Murphy with a snip got him there. And we are just about ready now to play the only period of action that's going to matter this third. All tied up. Teams getting their last little words of advice before going to battle for 15 more minutes at least here tonight at the Ice House. And here we go. Demarost and Ganau heading to their nets. The referee patiently waiting at center ice for the players to join him for this opening third period puck drop. Looks like we're going to see Colton Calhoun. And I believe Jacob Pedersen. Calhoun wins that battle. Apologize, I think that was Taylor Pedersen, actually. Nevertheless, action has begun here. And Schurer unable to get that one through. Calhoun rims this one around. It's going to be picked up by White. He elects to just get this one the heck out of Dodge. It goes through neutral ice, and it's stopped at the far blue line by Baldwin. Now Ramsey makes the offensive zone entry for the Chargers. He gets knocked off that puck. And Calhoun, you're not allowed to do that. You can't have two sticks in your hand at one time. Referee overlooked that one. Now here comes Blauvelt. Blauvelt's shot gets blocked. Rimmed around and cleared. Now Baldwin has it at neutral ice again. Leo able to complete a change, and Jacob Pedersen throws it into the attacking zone for the Chargers. He'll get this one back at the half wall, but he's got Lions all around him, and Mensah winds up picking that one up and throwing it across the ice to White, who dumps this one in off the glass behind Cameron Gunnell. Haynes trying to break that one up, and it comes right back to Blauvelt. His pass broken up by Farrell. Now Reith will make the clear for the Lions. And Platt at neutral ice drops it off and gets right back on the stick of Reith before it's dumped in. A lot of neutral zone ice showing up. Haynes picks it up for Leo. Tries to stop it, but Lalonde had a good read on him. Now Farrell found himself some space. Gets it up to Crawford. Crawford gives it right back. Farrell forced down to the wall there. Throws it back to Haynes. Haley, who's tied up. Haley comes away with it. Tries to cycle it back to the corner, but it's picked up by a Charger and thrown up to neutral ice. Offensive zone entry by Shirk. His shot sticked away, and Stryker picks it up. And his clear attempt is kept in by Franks. Franks gets knocked down and off the puck. Crawford able to clear now. Picked up and dumped back in. So Stryker takes this one behind his own net. He's got Franks right on him, and he gets knocked down by him. Now Overbay picks it up for the Chargers, gets it up top to Carteau. Carteau's shot into the glove of Ian Demarost for a stoppage of play.
Carroll's getting a couple of good opportunities here, starting off this third period strong. Keeping Leo on their toes right now.
Puck won back, but forced out of play. Carteau has to head back for it. Tried to get it to Shearer. Shearer couldn't hang on to it, so now DeWitt gets a shot opportunity for Leo. And Leo trying to set up in the attacking zone. That one's going to exit, though. Riley Murphy picks it up at neutral ice. Gets it up to Fiedler. Fiedler drops it back, trying to get it to Murphy, but Shearer had that one red and gets a stick on it, so Fisher will have to retreat all the way back to his own end. With Potts draped all over him, manages to get this out of the defensive zone. I mean, that's not the first time Potts has deliberately touched a delayed offsides here. So that's going to be all the way down. Not somewhere you really want to be if you are the Carroll Chargers. The one goal they did give up was right off a defensive zone faceoff. I guess this one's not going to be all the way down. I spoke a little too soon, just outside Leo's attacking end. See Riley Murphy lined up on the far side. They got something in the works, but it's not going to go through because they didn't win the faceoff clean. Mensah tries to make the zone entry. Calhoun manages to throw it down deep, where it's picked up by Lucas Blauvelt. He'll rim it around, and it is kept in at the blue line by Fisher. Mensah's got it now down low, trying to center that one. A lot of no looks to the slot have not been connecting tonight. For both teams, actually. Up top, White throws one. And Gunnell manages to cover it up after stopping it. So Calhoun thrown out, Mensah in for the draw. It's one back by Carroll. Get it up to Pedersen, and he'll clear the zone. Takes a big hit, though, as he throws it into the attacking zone. He bounces right back up. Kid's a trooper. Mikey Baldwin with it now, retreats behind his own net. Gets it right back to Pedersen. Patterson doesn't make the clear this time, and Cole Mensa picks it up in the attacking zone for the Lions and starts going to work. Nice play to get out of the zone there by Lalonde, I believe. Yes, it was Lalonde. I couldn't tell if it was Franks or Lalonde. These numbers are tough to see. 8 and 6 look very similar with these color schemes. He gets that one on net. Demaros freezes it, and a couple of guys do some jawing, nevertheless. Coming right back here with an offensive zone faceoff for the Carroll Chargers. We're going to have Shurik on the dot for them. Going up against Farrell for Leo. And both of those guys thrown out. So it'll be Crawford and Overbay. Crawford wins that one back. It gets rimmed around. Picked up by Haley. He gets crunched into the boards by Franks. Now Overbay gets a stick on it. Franks is down. He looks shaken up. Pleading to the referee for a stoppage. And he gets it now. There was certainly a lot going on off that transition. Franks came in and threw his body weight around, and so did many other players. So he'll pop the helmet off.
Yeah, looking back at this, it looks like he went to play the puck there, and he kind of landed on his back. Probably
yeah, it went
down
down pretty
a little
awkwardly.
bit.
Probably a wind situation. We can step aside while he gets tended to down on the ice.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce.
We are back at the ice house, getting ready to face off again after Colton Franks was carried off the ice after what appeared to be a lower body injury, possibly at his ankle. Hopefully nothing too serious for him. Off the draw, Carroll wins it. Good forecheck effort there by Crawford. And now Farrell getting involved. He takes a hit though, and coming the other way with it. It's going to be Potts. Tries to center that one, goes off all kinds of bodies and winds up on the stick of Crawford, who gets it up to Farrell. Farrell coming down the half wall. He takes a hit. That one a little bit brutal in the corner, and that's going to incite some additional violence here at the ice house. Farrell kind of went into the boards head first, and his teammates did not take kindly to that. So we'll see how the referees sort this one out. Platt's going. Baldwin's going. Farrell seems to be okay, but Crawford's going. Gonna have to have some discussion about this one.
Yeah. Looking back at it, his head did get hit into the board, so yes, it is a reasonable head contact penalty, but this obviously you want to stand up for your teammate right there for taking a hit like that.
Yeah, he was in a little bit of a vulnerable position, possible boarding prospect actually. Seems to be doing fine though.
Oh. Probably see a couple of rubs, maybe a couple misconducts.
So it looks like we're getting close to some sort of explanation here for both teams. And do we have a final verdict? Not yet, we don't. Getting another one, so I'm guessing a 10-2. Or no, Platt was in there originally. Platt was in there originally. He's going back now. I don't know how he snuck out of the penalty box. But he's returned there. Starting to see some Homestead players lining up along the glass here. Trying to catch the end of this nail biter before they're faced off against the Fort Wayne Vipers. That one's scheduled for 9 o'clock, but the way this is going, it might not be starting at 9 o'clock. In fact, I think it certainly won't be starting at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we still got 9. It's 8:30 right now. We still have 9.5 minutes left in this third period. We could see some extra time, some overtime. Even after that, so it could be another 5 more minutes plus.
So the Vipers and the Spartans will just have to wait their turn here this Wednesday night. I think a final decision has been made. We'll see what they put up on the clock, what goes into the live stats. Now you would assume that Leo's coming away with this, or with a power play from this.
Yeah, especially with that original penalty that was going to be called.
Yeah, I would say everything that happened after is going to be offsetting. We really should have put an ad on. They would have gotten back to play as soon as we did. So Ganau heading back to his net. That's got to be a sign this is soon to be resolved. Chargers bench getting the last of their explanations. And now Leo getting the same. After all of that, looks like we're going to have 5-on-5 action, face off outside the zone.
Crawford got it rough as the penalties are coming in.
Keep us posted, Mason. Colton Calhoun gets that one on net, but it's sticked away. Now move to neutral ice. Picking it up with Shearer. Just throws it around. And now Calhoun slows things up at the half wall and drops it back to Riley Murphy, who's going to take it behind his own net and see what he can't find in front of him. And he finds Cole Mensah at the hash marks. Mensah rifles that one across neutral ice. It's going to wind up on net, though, where it's covered by Cameron Gannell. Any final verdicts on there?
Liam Farrell got unsportsmanlike conduct, minor penalty, and then Jackson Plott got a 2-minute minor, and then my guess is the other one, the original one would be boarding, I would assume, or head contact, something around there.
I mean, the arm did go up on the first one. Do they have nothing along those lines on there?
Yeah, well, we just boarding.
Just boarding, okay.
Yep. Would be Anthony Baldwin got the boarding penalty, and I think all of them are offset.
And Blauvelt tries to take that one to the hole, but no room between Demaros and the post. I think the net is off. Demaros solidifies that and kicks it all the way off. He's going to put that one back on himself now. Chipped out to Pedersen. Pedersen unable to get it out. As DeWitt was right there. Now an opportunity for Fiedler. He gets it a little bit handcuffed, so he can't get a shot off, but he does pick the puck up. He's got it behind his own, or the attacking zone net now. Steps out into the corner. Still with it. Trying to get that one to Reith, but the puck was on edge, so it gets out of the zone. Now Lalonde with an offensive zone opportunity. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Can he get a shot off? He gets close. Close to firing range there, but doesn't get any shot off. He's got on the stick now. He'll go up top to Michael Baldwin. The shot. No doing. So right about the halfway point of this third period. Still knotted up at 1. Shurik and Haley on the draw. Haley's going to win that one over to Till. Till rims it around, gets it to Fiedler. Fiedler takes a hit, and Demaros trying to clear that one off the chest of Shurik, though, so it stays in the attacking zone for the Chargers. Overbay goes up top to Blauvelt. Blauvet's shot off the rear end of Putt. And Blauvelt elects this time to just throw it down in the corner where it rims around, and Putt picks it up, but he takes a hit from Shurik. They both go down. Putt now without a stick in his defensive zone. He's got it now. Down low again. Demaros having some trouble keeping that net on, but he was intending to cover that puck up anyways, and we will get everybody out except, I'm assuming, Baldwin, who's likely facing a little bit of extra time for the boarding. Face off, won by the Lions in their defensive end. Quickly picked up by Shearer, though, and the Chargers will try to go to work in the attacking zone. From down low, up top, and kept in. Now Ryder Potts takes this one up top, moves it over to Blauvelt. Blauvelt's shots got through, but it was wide of the net by the time it did. Carteau throws that one into the glove of Demaros. Carteau and Blauvelt will be changed out for a new set of defenders here for the Carroll Chargers, as the Leo Lions change a little more than that in this opportunity to do so. Colton Calhoun, Taylor Pedersen. I think Pedersen won that one, but tried to get a shot off it. Kept in at the blue line now by Ramsey. Kind of just bouncing around there. Ramsey's going to pick it up in the neutral zone and try to settle things down. He goes off the boards, and White's there to pick it up. He can't get it very far either. Mensah kind of fans on it too. Now Mikey Baldwin picks it up and retreats behind the net in his defensive zone to see what he can't find in front of him. He steps out, moves it to Shearer. Shearer makes a beaut of a pass to Taylor Pedersen. Pedersen gets it on net, and it signaled a good goal. It signaled a good goal as Riley Murphy slides into Demaros. The net comes off, but the puck had crossed the line. Murphy was wrapped all over Pedersen. And we'll take another look.
Yeah, what a breakout pass by Shearer there. You know, I think with the ruling that we even saw this in the NHL game last night with the Wild and Predators, if a defensive player or goalie intentionally or non-intentionally takes the net off and the puck would have been a good goal anyways, it would count. So obviously that's why the ref would call that one in.
Now, what is going on with our scoreboard today? All right, we're going to have to go manual for the score here.
It's good. It's 2-1.
Oh, yeah, we're good now. I don't know why I keep saying Leo's got a 0 on there. It is all right. All right, so action resumes. Got things looking proper. Off the shin of Haley, picked up by Reith. They'll shovel this one out of the defensive end for the Lions. No ice is going to be the call. Mikey Baldwin picks it up, but loses an edge as he does so. Everybody tied up there. Baldwin's going to recover and come away with it. Take this one to the far side of the ice where he's got a little bit of room to get the line and dump it in before going for a change. Reith picks it up. Takes a hit from Blauvelt, but he had already gotten rid of the puck. Haley now trying to chip that one around Overbay. Overbay stops it though. Haley gets some help from Davis and they move this one out. Now Riley Murphy makes the attacking zone entry with a slick little toe drag move to get by a defender or two. Winds up with it behind the net. Overbay gets his stick tossed, and that's going to be a penalty against Farrell, I believe. Interference. Oh, looks like actually you're going to blame Carter Davis. I don't think Farrell was even out there. That one's on me. But yeah, just got up under the stick of Overbay and fired it across the ice, trying to disarm his opponent, but you can't do that. So we're going to see a Carroll Chargers power play after they just took the lead here in the third period of action. Pedersen wins it, but it goes off the skate of the referee and bounces around a little bit. Now Murphy tries to clear, but Mikey Baldwin's there at the blue line to keep it in. Move it back down to Pedersen. He does. Lalonde in the corner. Now he'll step out, throw that one off the pad of Demarost, and pick it back up himself. Crawford able to clear high off the glass. Mikey Baldwin picks it up just inside his own blue line and gets things going the other way. Pedersen with pressure from Crawford gets that one over to Lalonde. Lalonde goes up top to Baldwin. Baldwin quickly moves that one across to Blauvelt. Blauvelt goes off a skate in front. Almost a good deflection for him. Now Mikey Baldwin is going to have to set this one up behind his own net. He's got Colton Calhoun. Calhoun's been known, as have all the Leo Lions, to forecheck really hard on these penalty kills. Nothing to show for the effort that time. Blauvelt makes the zone entry but loses it in the slot, and Patrick Lalonde gets thrown into the net by Haynes. So we'll get a stoppage of play. Now Demaros gives him a shove, and Lalonde saying a word or two to Demarost about that. Quite a few Homestead Spartans now watching this one around the sidelines. They just keep multiplying. Don't see any Vipers though. And I know they're not talking to their coaches because they're standing up here.
Man, that right post just doesn't want to stay on.
It never does. It's always this end of the ice right there. We got to get down there and do some ice maintenance ourselves, Mason, if we really want to keep things moving here on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Farrell and Shearer. Shearer gets knocked down, but Gibson steps in and picks up the puck. They'll take it around the back of the net in the attacking zone and get things set up on the power play as they stretch up top. Overbay turns that one over, and Reith is able to clear to neutral ice. We're down to 38 seconds left on the man advantage for the Chargers. Blauvelt goes across to Potts. Potts has to get rid of it quick. Gets to Gibson. Gibson brings this up to the top. Backhand over to Blauvelt. Blauvelt with the shot off the inside of the leg of Haynes. That didn't feel good, I'm sure. And Shearer still with possession in the attacking zone on the power play. Looks around. Goes down low to Potts. Potts tries to give it right back, but Shearer was cut into the net, so that didn't connect. Gibson picks it up on the half wall. He takes a hit, and he's tied up still. And that'll do it for the man advantage teams back at even strength. Gibson still with it. Centering pass doesn't connect, intended for Ryder Potts. Instead, winds up on the stick of White, who is fresh off the bench. The extra man after that penalty kill, but he gets hit and knocked down by Lucas Blauvelt. And the shot scores. We got a tie game again. Was that Colton Calhoun who by chance found that puck? It was Crawford. It was Crawford. Jackson Crawford ties this one up at exactly 2 minutes to go in the third period.
It's like we said in the pregame. Leo is a different squad when they have Jackson Crawford on the ice. Another big goal by him, tying things up with 2 minutes left in this third period. And a big kill there by the PK of Leo as well, not allowing Carroll to get a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they got their guy back out there and wasted no time getting into the play, broke that up and headed the other way with it to get that started. Now we're all tied up. Carteau takes a hit in his own corner and loses that one. Now Riley Murphy with it up top. His shot blockered up, stays in play. Back to Murphy. He's got one tonight. This time it gets blocked. And Jacob Pedersen makes the zone entry, dives and tries to get that one to Blauvelt in the middle. Unable to complete it though. Fisher finds Murphy in the middle. Murphy loses that one at center ice. And a big hit there on Lalonde from Ty Biddle. It was actually Colton Calhoun throwing that hit. Now Blauvelt up top with it. Tries to get that one through. It does find its way through after some strange fits through traffic, but Demarost seemed to catch it out of the corner of his eye at the last second and reacted just in time. Final minute of regulation play here at the Ice House. This week 1 matchup did not disappoint in week 4 either. Pedersen, Farrell out to face-off. They'll tie up. And Potts has it now, but he takes a hit. Everybody just tying up now. Farrell comes away with it. He'll chip this one up and out of the defensive zone for the Lions. DeWitt trying to get to that one before it gets thrown back in. Unable to get there in time. A little bit of a battle on the half wall. Kicks out to Farrell. Farrell tries to go across the middle of the ice in his defensive zone. Dangerous time to be doing that. Luckily, no repercussions came from it just yet. Yeah, this one just barely came out, but everybody was out of the zone anyway, so they'll head right back in. Reith picks it up in his own corner. He'll tie this one up, trying to kill the last 5 seconds that way. And with the help of Haley, they will be able to run that clock down. We're going to see some extra minutes in game 1 of week 4. These two teams went to overtime last time they faced off too. Camden Blauvelt was the man to finish that one. Want to take an extra look at anything, Mace?
No. No, that was a pretty even third period right there. Both teams got a couple of goals.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Got a little bit chippy out there. I don't know if that'll run into overtime. It normally doesn't in 3-on-3, but tensions are high.
Yeah, heading into overtime, your body feels a little bit more tense because, the nerves are kind of, it's like, you want to get that game-winning goal. You want to be the hero for your team.
Speaking of game winners here, Mace, who do you got? Who do you think is going to end this one if it does end in this 10 minutes?
I honestly don't know, both teams have looked pretty good. Maybe Blauvelt gets one, Lalonde for Carroll. For Leo, you could be looking at Murphy, or, you could be looking at Crawford, or even Calhoun.
If I'm betting on anything, I'm saying Cole Mensa for the Leo Lions. He's been quiet tonight. And Taylor Pedersen. He is absolutely grinding, and it looks like he's one of the 3 to start here for the Carroll Chargers. So my bets are Mensa or Pedersen. And if I just say Pedersen, that's a package deal. I can say it either way. I did already specify Taylor Pedersen, but we can look the other way on that.
Looks like Leo's going with Murphy, Calhoun, and Crawford.
Yeah, all the guys you said.
I could read the mind there of head coach.
But this is a dangerous unit here, though. Blauvelt, Pedersen, and Lalonde. We've seen them with some serious chemistry.
Oh, yeah. Did Carroll go with 3 forwards? Or is Pedersen? I think they went with 3 forwards.
Blauvelt sometimes plays D, so he does it all. Crawford makes the zone entry off the bat. He'll tie up with Lalonde on the half wall. Lalonde able to get that one over to Pedersen, who finds Blauvelt. Blauvelt headed down the ice now. He's got Riley Murphy defending him. Blauvelt with the shot in and out of the chest of Ian Demerost. Stopped at the blue line by Pedersen and thrown back down low. Shot from Lalonde also off the chest of Demerost. Now Riley Murphy drops this one off to Colton Calhoun as Leo takes possession. Calhoun, patient, gets it to Murphy. Murphy's going to squeeze by Crawford and drop it to him. Crawford now takes this one front and center. He'll stop it there, finds Murphy down by the half wall, and Crawford breaks through. He's not going to take that opportunity. It wasn't as clear-cut as he might have liked. It's a possession game here, 3-on-3. And Calhoun gets a hold of that one, but falls. And now are the Leo Lions caught in a change. It's going to be Pedersen. Pedersen almost finding that one. This one is going to go for an ice. It's being waved off. They're saying Blauvelt got a stick on it, so it's going to get all the way down to Ganal, who covers it up.
Lucky break there for Leo on that one. Pedersen, got behind Crawford there. A great pass.
They got caught trying to change 2 men without possession, and that's somewhat of a no-no in 3-on-3 strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Off the draw, tied up. I think it's underneath Farrell. Finally squirts out, and Potts picks it up. He's going to gain the attacking zone for the Chargers with a nice move. Tries to chip that one up over the pad of Demerost, but was unable to do so. Oh, my.
Wow, what a save.
Yeah.
That was huge. What a great move right there, too, to get around Haynes.
Yeah,
Couldn't get enough on that
slick
one.
Zone entry there.
A little more on that would have been a goal, but remains tied.
Mikey Baldwin tries to get that one to Shearer. I think Shearer is a little too close to the boards and got tripped up by them. Now Farrell enters the attacking zone for the Leo Lions. His shot is in! What a goal! Liam Farrell ends this one for the Leo Lions. Gets them their second win of the season and avenges the Week 1 efforts of the Carroll Chargers by dishing them their first loss.
And it's just a simple zone entry. Just cuts across and just shoots it on net. Beats Ganal top shelf.
Move one way, shoot the other. The Leo Lions take down the formidable Carroll Chargers here in Week 4. So I guess that'll do it for Game 1 here at the Ice House. We're going to be pushed back a little bit for our 9 o'clock start as they got to clean the ice and do warm-ups and all that. But We'll have that game for you in just a bit. This has been Fort Wayne High School Hockey, Game 1, Week 4, live from the Parkview Ice House and brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man.